Okay guys, so this is going to be a very unstructured video with little to no research on my end. So if this is the first video you're ever watching here on my channel, I apologize in advance. I promise they're not all like this, but I wanted to make sure I got this video out in time because it is a collaboration with a dear group of friends of mine, all of whom took Becky Park on Poshmark's YouTube course. So I did want to make sure that I gave it justice and got this video out in a timely manner, but life has been a little bit crazy in the last couple days. But please check the description box down below for everybody's channel who is involved in this collaboration. They all have amazing content. And without further ado, let's roll that intro so we can get started. Hey guys, I'm Kay and you've arrived at my weird little corner of the internet. Welcome. If you're new here, I'm a part-time reseller on both Poshmark and eBay, as well as a few other platforms, and I also sell locally at an antique mall. As I said in the beginning of this video, this is a collaboration with a bunch of other amazing YouTube resellers, and we all have taken or are currently taking Becky Park on Poshmark's YouTube reseller course. So she tries to do a monthly collab with people in the Facebook group to see who's willing to participate, and she usually throws out, you know, some type of challenge or video concept idea, and for this month of May, it was top 10 brands. You could spin it any way you wanted, and let's just hop right into this. Like I said, I did minimal research. I kind of just went with top 10 brands that I like to sell and that I have sold a lot of. They're in no particular order, just however they came to me in my weirdo brain. So the first one I have on this list is Legence. I don't typically find this brand in my thrift stores. I think I found it just once or twice there, but the place I normally source them from is the RealReal. So often the RealReal will send $30 credits to their users, and I have multiple accounts with the RealReal, so I use them, and pretty much every time I get a credit I use it for this brand, and I always get a pair of jeans. I have 100% sell-through rate with this brand. I typically only pick up, you know, current styles, flare leg or like a boyfriend style fit or straight leg. The skinny jeans don't do as well for me, but you know, TikTok says skinny jeans are out anyways. And actually, if you watch Wednesday's video this week, I will show you a pair of these jeans that sold for an over $50 profit for me. So this is a brand that I am still currently picking up and selling right now. The second brand on my list is Kate Spade. Most of you know Kate Spade. I've sold handbags over $100. I've sold shoes, clothing. I've sold some home goods. I actually sold a picture frame on eBay maybe late 2020 from Kate Spade. It all usually moves pretty quickly for me, and I have sold damaged items as well. I hadn't found it in a while until this past weekend. I went thrifting after work on Friday and I found a Kate Spade bag for $6.99. It does have some wear, but I will just do what I can with it and sell it as is. Number 3 on my list is Tori Birch. Again, I've sold handbags, I've sold shoes, I've sold a lot of Tori Birch shoes. Not sure how I always happen to come across them. I also got a pair in a ThredUp rescue shoebox, not the one that I unboxed here on my channel. This one's on IGTV. I was kind of not on YouTube at that point, but they all usually sell pretty quickly and for a decent amount. So far in 2021, I have sold one pair of shoes on Poshmark. I didn't pull data from any of my other platforms just because Poshmark has the sales report, which is a little bit easier to navigate, and eBay only keeps sales data for I think 90 days. So I went from the beginning of 2021 till now, and I sold one pair of Tori Birch shoes for $63. Number 4 on my list is actually 2 brands, but they are part of the same company, so Anthropologie and Free People. I love Free People and Anthro, but I have been a lot pickier these days picking it up because it just kind of sits for a while. Eventually it does sell, and I have sold a lot of pieces from these brands, but it just is so oversaturated. So I only pick it up if it's a really great piece, like a rare piece, a rare sweater. I sold a rare Odile, I think is the brand, if I remember correctly, and I'll try to insert a photo here for you, but it was a long duster length cardigan sweater, and I sold that for $100 on Poshmark, but generally I only pick it up if it's under $5. So far in 2021, I've sold 6 Free People pieces and 10 Anthropologie pieces. The Free People is a total of $148. That's gross sales, by the way, and the 10 Anthro pieces is another $273 gross sales. Number 5 on my list is my girl Eileen Fisher. I love Eileen. She does really well for me, especially on eBay. Poshmark is a little bit of a different market. It's more trendy, younger, and eBay has just so many buyers, so that's typically where I will list my Eileen Fisher first. So far in 2021 on Poshmark, I've only sold 1 item, and it was for $60. I think it was like a sweater or a jacket, something like that. If I can remember and find it, I will put the picture on the screen. But again, it just does really well for me, so I usually will always pick it up unless it's kind of a dated style and a high price point. Number 6 is Madewell. I actually picked up 2 pairs of Madewell jeans this year for myself, and they are the best things that I've ever put on my body to wear. And I don't even like jeans. I am a leggings kind of person through and through. So for me to say that I absolutely love a pair of jeans, and not only just 1 but 2 different pairs of Madewell jeans, it means a lot because I just don't enjoy wearing jeans generally, but I do sell a lot of Madewell as well. Madewell as well, whatever. Anyways, so far in 2021, I've sold 2 on Poshmark for a total of $45. That does seem a little bit low, but again, I also sell on eBay, and I do make a lot of sales on eBay. I've actually profited more on eBay in 2021 than I have on Poshmark by several $100s. So that's probably where most of my Madewell sales have been in 2021. But their jeans and especially their shoes do well. I have sold a couple pairs of shoes for upwards of $75 from Madewell, so definitely pick those up if you see them. Number 7, my favorite athletic wear brand, Lululemon. Surprise, surprise. You guys know, if you've been on my channel for a while, that I love Lululemon. I have plenty of pairs of Lululemon leggings myself, and if I find them in my size ever out in the wild, I try to just keep them and not list them. So if you guys are a size 6 in bottoms in Lululemon, don't come to my closet because you'll never find them. Anyways, in 2021, I've sold 5 pieces of Lululemon so far for a gross sales total of $170. So there's definitely some money to be made. It has been sitting a little bit longer for me lately, but I have sold quite a few pieces on eBay this year as well. So I'm always happy to pick it up, and it's very rare that I see a piece of Lululemon in a thrift store and don't take it home with me. Number 8 is another athletic wear brand, and this is Athleta. I have a very high sell-through rate for Athleta. Usually it sells in less than a week, which is really great for me as a more long-tail seller. Most of my items move in around 3 to 4 months. So to have a 1 to 2 week sell-through time for one brand is really good for me. In 2021, I've sold 7 items on Poshmark from Athleta for a gross sales total of $189, so slightly above Lululemon, and 2 more items on Poshmark than Lululemon. So it is a great mover for me. Number 9 is Patagonia, or as I like to lovingly refer to it as, Patagucci. Thank you, the college picker Eric, for that term. I haven't sold any on Poshmark in 2021, but I have sold some on eBay. I've also sold some Patagonia on the RealReal. They do take Patagonia. I'm not sure if it's always on their brand list, but it has been in the last few months. So I've been sending in some of my Patagonia that hasn't been moving in my stores. The items that do the best for me from Patagonia are the outerwear pieces, so the jackets, the sweaters, a lot of the Cinchilla fleece sweaters, the better sweaters, those are the ones that really move for me the quickest. They're basic pieces like the Capilene tops and just, you know, general like under layers don't do the best for me, but I'll still pick them up, especially at the bins, because how could you go wrong for $1 or less at the bins for a piece of Patagonia? And the last one on this list is a brand that I haven't found any of in a while, not any that I would personally pick up, because it's just one specific item from this brand. So this is 7 for All Mankind, and it's their Dojo jeans specifically. I have sold quite a few pairs of Dojo jeans, different 7s on the back. If you're not familiar with them, they all have a 7 on the back pocket. It's usually stylized or embellished in some way, and people really look for that. So the average sales price for my Dojo jeans is around $75 to $80. I've sold a bunch at the $85 price point. I'm not sure how they do now since it's been a while since I've found any in my thrift stores. I think more people know about them now, and so the price has kind of declined a little bit from when I've last sold them, but I would probably still pick them up for the right price in my thrift stores, so definitely keep a lookout for those. Okay, so that's my top 10 brands, the brands that I have sold the most of overall. Again, I didn't really dive too deep into this to get, you know, really drilled down data about how many I've sold for what average sales price. I'm just kind of going off the cuff here. I really do hope that it was helpful for you in some way, and I also have 2 bonus categories that I'm going to share with you. Since this video was just so, you know, raw and unstructured, I wanted to kind of include a couple more brands that you should be on the lookout for. The first category of the 2 are going to be my highest sales to date, but brands that I've only ever found one piece from. The first brand on this list is Mage. It's M-A-J-E. I believe it's a French brand, and I only found one piece ever, and it was a jacket. I don't remember what I paid for it. It was from a store that I don't really go to at all anymore, St. Vincent de Paul. I think it was $8 that I paid for this jacket, and it sold for $150. The second brand on this list is Duck Feet. If you watched my top 20 sales from 2020 video, if you haven't, I'll link it in the cards for you to watch after this video. This item was in that video, and it's called Duck Feet. This was a pair of green boots. I had never heard of this brand before, just happened to see it at the top of the shoe racks at my thrift store, and they were actually in the men's section, but they were a women's style. These sold in total on eBay with the shipping for $188. I think I paid up slightly for them, around 13 or 14 bucks, but happy to move those for that price, and I would gladly pick them up again if I ever found them. The third and final brand in this category is Fjallraven. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that. If I can find it online, I will insert it at the bottom for you. This was again a jacket. It was a really nice jacket. I know they're really popular for their mini kanken. Again, not sure how to pronounce it. It's like a Norwegian brand or something like that. Their backpacks, those do really well. They have a mini version and then a regular size version. Pretty much every blogger out there has one. They come in a bunch of different colors, but anyways, this jacket sold for $140. I picked it up in a thrift store for I think $15 or $18. I wore it on a trip to Seattle at the end of 2019, I think it was. And then when I came back, I had listed it on Poshmark at the beginning of 2020, and it almost immediately sold, so happy with that sale. And the final category I'm gonna share a couple brands for is my personal favorite brands to find. There are no repeats here, so I didn't include any of the brands from my top 10 list or the highest sales list. And the first one on this list is Spiritual Gangster. I love this brand. I don't really know why. They have a lot of like yogi type sayings like namaste on their pieces, and I am not a yogi. I don't do yoga. I used to go to the gym and lift weights. Clearly don't do that anymore, but that has never really been my thing. But their stuff is just so cool to me. They have a lot of like Buddha themed stuff, and I'm really into the Buddha. I have them all over my house. I can never leave them in a thrift store. Their pieces are really soft and just funky, and I don't know, but I love it. I've sold quite a few pieces as well, and it does move pretty good for me. I just have one piece left that just seems to be sitting, but it's just a basic hoodie that says Spiritual Gangster on it, so that's probably why it's still sitting at this point. But if nobody ends up ever wanting that piece, I will gladly just keep it for myself because I just really love this brand and what they stand for. Okay, number 2 on this list is Patricia Nash. I found a couple leather bags from her. She has like the best leather I've ever felt. It's literally amazing. She does do a lot of tooled leather pieces, and I've picked up some on clearance at TJ Maxx and flipped them online for a profit. I've also owned a couple pieces of Patricia Nash. It always moves really quick for me, and I love that. Like I said earlier in the video, I am usually a longer tail seller, which totally fine. But when I find these kind of pieces, I get really excited in the thrift store, and I really just love that feeling. I mean, who doesn't? So if you find Patricia Nash in your thrifts, pick it up. It does really well. I just have one piece left, and it's like a saddle bag. Beautiful cognac leather. I just really love it. All right, and brand number 3 and the final brand I'm going to share with you guys today is Sorel. This is, I believe, a Canadian brand. They sell mostly winter boots. I've sold quite a few pairs of them. I find them all the time in the New England area, though now that I'm saying this, I haven't found them in a little bit. So maybe I'm overdue to find some, but always a fast mover. I've also sold their sandals, which I didn't really think that Sorel sandals would do that well since they're really known for their heavier duty stuff, but man, those went quick and they weren't even in the best shape. I've sold a bunch of pairs over $55. I've sold some over $75. I actually also sold a pair on eBay about a year and a half ago for $120. If I remember what the name of the style is, I will insert it. It's a very sought after style, and it's very hard to find in good shape, and I got them from the bins. So that was an amazing flip for me. I don't know if they sell clothing, to be honest with you. I probably should look, but again, I didn't do the most research for this video. So again, I apologize. But I would assume they probably make like some outerwear, jackets, stuff like that. If they do, it's probably also really great quality and very expensive, but people are out looking for that stuff, and I sell them year round. It doesn't matter if I find them in the dead of summer or, you know, at the end of winter. I still always immediately list them. I don't wait for season changes when I list items. I just let them fly. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. I really appreciate you being here and watching this video. Please, 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 please give a like and subscribe and comment to all of the creators in the description box below. We all worked really hard on this, except for maybe me. But it's been really fun collaborating with everyone in the group. I really love to see that here on YouTube. The community has been so great. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out here on YouTube to know what type of content you enjoy seeing from me. And if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you here in my little weirdo family on the internet, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.